You know, because this was in front of your mother's house?
Yeah, right from my mom's house.
So they could have just turned around and started shooting up your mother's house as well.
Yeah.
So they so if that's in front of your mother's house, then they must know where your mother lives and that type of shit situation. If they're basically following you home, or to your mother's house, I mean that's kind of a frightening situation. Yeah. Because if they don't catch you, they might say, "Fuck it, let's go get the person closest to them."
Yeah,
that type of shit.
But I ain't like I said, I ain't gonna say too much. But it's like I know a lot more than you know what I'm saying they might think. But
yeah, how did your mother react to something like this? Suddenly, I mean, I'm assuming that she heard it, right? It's
yeah,
right
my mom was asleep. My daughter and my girl was in the house too. They were sleeping.
So your daughter and your daughter's mother and your mother
and my mom
are
and my little
20, 30 feet away from where this is happening.
Yeah, because when I parked on the driveway. So and then they pull up behind me and they let off 22 shots.
How did your mother react?
She like any other mother, like
freaking out.
Yeah, and, but one thing I was trying to tell them, because they hella fob, they Filipino, you know what I'm saying? And then like I know how to get if like if police get involved, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to tell them like don't say too much about the police. Like I left before the cops even came, because the neighbors had called the cops. So I had left before the cops came, and I tried to tell them like just don't say nothing. Like I wasn't there, I was in the car. They just shot up the car. Like just try to have them like play dumb as possible.
And how old was your daughter at the time?
She was about 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I mean, after something like that happened, because you still live in Stockton?
Yeah.
Why on earth would you live in Stockton after something like that happened?
It truly was a chilling conversation. That family is not from Stockton, but they traveled here for a child's birthday party. What started as an innocent celebration turned into a massacre. The father of 14-year-old Amari Peterson says that his son was really looking forward to meeting one of the rappers who was at this party. He says that his son was just about to shake hands with one of them when the bullets went flying.
I have an image of my son dying in my head over and over and over and over. Then him smiling, then him walking away, then him smiling, then he coming. Like, I just keep seeing my son in my head.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/hookahAnonymous_. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at hookahAnonymous_ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, alright y'all, now this video today, I'm gonna need y'all to put your emotions to the side real quick and think with logic, reality, and from what you're seeing with your own eyes. A lot of times we pour our emotions out into these stories whenever we hear of kids being unalived, women, old people, where in a normal society, that will be okay. However, history has shown us time and time after again that we're no longer living in a normal world. We're living in a world full of greed, evil, and people that will do anything for the almighty dollar. Sometimes even if it includes sacrificing your own, whether it's a parent, child, friend. Some of us are just willing to do it all to live the American dream. Now I'm saying this because I did a little more digging into a recent situation that had taken place in Stockton, California, where a Filipino rapper by the name of MB Nell was shot and his condition is unknown. At least to my understanding, because I haven't seen anyone confirm whether he was alive or not. Well, that's until his father had something to say as well. However, on top of him being shot, 18 others were injured during that shooting, and 4 people have been confirmed deceased. Out of those 4, we will learn that 2 of those who have been confirmed deceased was a 14-year-old and an 8-year-old child. Now, before we go forward, let's break down what transpired for the ones that don't know what's going on. Stockton rapper MB Nell attended a birthday party for his cousin who goes by the name of MB Nell.
25-year-old Billy Williams sits in the San Joaquin County Jail.
And they want to talk about my name. They want to talk about what happened. Tell them to talk about who carried the kids, not why they came. Because we don't know why they came, because I wouldn't do that to somebody.
Speaking out about what happened the night of the shooting and his arrest 2 days later.
My parole violation right now is based off me being around where a crime was committed.
He tells me he doesn't know why someone would shoot up a children's birthday party. Do you think you know who did this?
No. Hell no.
He says he was there for his niece's party and thought he heard balloons popping, but really they were gunshots.
I just started to run after all the kids that I seen in the wall. And I started to carry them, and I noticed that when the police came that they didn't run to the kids. They were like still pointing the guns.
He says his back was turned, so he didn't know who was shooting at them.
I couldn't believe it because I turned around and I seen the little girl fall. When I seen the little girl fall, I was like, this is like a movie.
Williams tells me when police arrived, he says they took a long time to get into the building.
I was like, the kids is dying, and they wouldn't listen.
On and off, as most relationships do, but they're saying that she was just talking about them the other day, seeing as though she got 3 of their kids, and they're saying that it's possible she could have acted out of anger and may have dropped the location, but didn't expect it to get as bad as it did, allegedly. And it's not just that person, but another person would go underneath that same post of her going live and say, quote, "I'm starting to smell a back door." Now at least it's not just us, because something isn't making sense. And the thing is, when things aren't making sense, it starts to make people wonder. Because wherever there's smoke, there's fire. It just is what it is. And I don't know how many people that would say that they wish it was them that was shot instead, especially considering you being affiliated with gang members and knowing that this outcome can play out whenever. Not to mention, many people were saying, how can people shoot up a child's party? Now I get it. But when people glorify unaliving a man and expressing that they don't care whether his kids were present and seen it, then it's eye for eye. It's no sympathy. Unfortunately, the only problem is that the innocent kids are now wrapped into these guys' ongoing beef and could potentially lose their life, and they got nothing to do with anything. Now, the mother also contradicted herself because she says things happen. Like, things just happen. Just like these guys are out in the streets being gang members. But however, her baby father is the same gang member she would be talking about. He's the gang member. And she stated that she only gave the address to the people she was supposed to and close people, but clearly she didn't do a good job. Because if she was responsible for giving out the address, then that means she was the one that put it in the wrong hands one way or another. I don't know. But just her reaction to everything seemed off, and even the crying. But I'll let y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about it all. Now, aside from all that, her baby father Nano, along with another man, were both thrown in jail over this situation due to parole violations, as both of them were in attendance at the party, but both are felons in which they're not supposed to be around each other technically. So although they may have not got shot or unalive, they still suffered a different type of loss, which happens to be their freedom. Now, on another note, I'm assuming MB Nell is okay despite him being shot, because his father will also do an interview, which is crazy, but he will reveal that the rapper is okay and hiding out fearing for his life. The father would tell the New York Post that he was already out of Stockton and moved just outside of Sacramento. By the way, his father basically just told his ops where to find him if they're looking. Crazy. But he states that his son only came back into town to attend that party to drop off a gift, and coincidentally, he was targeted. Furthermore, MB Nell's father says his son called him and told him that he was shot but he's okay and not to tell anybody. However, his father is here doing interviews and telling the world exactly what he said. Now, the father also revealed that Nell moved out of Stockton 2 years ago when their family's house was shot up and riddled with bullets, resulting in his daughter-in-law being shot in the butt at the time. He says that Nell moved out of Stockton ever since, so clearly attempts on his life isn't new and haven't been the first time, but it just seemed like this time his attackers knew the perfect time to strike. Which is a little strange once again, being that he didn't even live in Stockton, but all of this ties into a possible setup. Now moving along to the parent of the 14-year-old kid that was shot and unalive according to his father, where the father did a news conference with CBS explaining what happened when his child was shot. Y'all check this out.
I have an image of my son dying in my head over and over and over and over. Then him smiling, then him walking away, then him smiling, then he coming, like, I just keep seeing my son in my head. Oh my God, they took my baby. They took my baby.
Painful images Patrick Peterson is now stuck replaying of his 14-year-old son, Amari, who was shot to death while at a child's birthday party.
You know, his nickname was Ferrari Mari. Oh. That was my nickname for him.
Ferrari Mari.
Yeah.
He was fast.
Yeah, he was really fast.
Images, unlike the hundreds he has of Amari, smiling, hung on the walls of his home. Countless memories he's now holding close.
Maybe I should have just dove in front of the bullets.
A total of 14 people, including children and adults, were shot. According to the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office, this likely wasn't a random attack. Preliminary reports indicate local rappers MB Nell and Flyboy Dookie were among those shot, and investigators are determining whether the shooting targeted specific individuals. If confirmed, officers noted...
I threw a birthday party for my little daughter. She actually turned 2, and I just wanted all my family to come together. I don't even know what was going on. Everybody was inside. It was just a misunderstanding. Everybody was getting ready to cut the cake, like I said, and I actually thought it was my balloons popping. It was gunshots. I'm lost of words. I'm speechless, and I just want to say I'm sorry to all the mothers out there that lost their kids at my birthday party. I work with the youth. And this is why it's really hurting me, because I see youth all day. I see kids all day. I'm a mother of 3. So for me to see kids on the floor and just bleeding and I can't help them, and I help people that I help the youth at my job, it was hurting me not to help them on the floor.